So, when I first looked at the topics of conversation, the three most important topics that I have on a day to day basis, whether it be with my friends, with my family, or with my siblings, it comes down to about three broad categories. And everything pretty much falls into it. There's very little that we actually talk about. So, you can pretty much call it your schoolwork. So, college, being a college freshman, there is a lot to talk about school wise. And then friends, like typical like day-to-day things that go on, and then your individual responsibilities. And that kind of breaks up the three main categories. So, as to be expected for college students, I think my friends and I talk about schoolwork the most, which again, like, not a huge shocker. And whether it be like complaining about, how much work you have to do, or like if you're stuck on a problem and like asking your friends for help, or if you got a lot of work to do for a particular class. We spend most of our nights in the library. We'll all like have like study groups, and whether it's in like a study room or just at a normal room, we spend a lot of quality time at the library. And so this was something that before, like, thinking about it and being asked the question, I hadn't thought about it too much and hadn't realized how much schoolwork actually takes up your topics of conversation, but it does. And then another thing that I found that we talk about quite a bit is your friends and kind of what's going on in either your friend group or like what's going on class kind of drama wise and stuff like that. Like for example, if your friend had a really bad day or something's going on, or maybe your roommate's boyfriend did a horrible thing and she needs to talk about it, that typically is something that carries a lot of our conversations from day to day. Or just drama with like potentially not your friend group, or what else is going on, as we are girls in college and we kind of talk about what's going on in our lives and we vent as a way to get it out. So that takes up a significant bit of our conversations that we have day to day. And then finally, another thing that I seem to talk about quite a bit are my individual responsibilities. For example, things like my younger brother, who is a freshman in college, and I am very close with him. And I am actually 8 hours from home, 9 pretty much with stops. And so a lot of my conversations are like, oh, Jack did this, Jack's in trouble, I have to fix it. So he takes up quite a bit of my conversations with my friends, especially if I'm saying things where he's got himself into trouble and I have to try and fix it. Situations like that, which can take up quite a bit of time as you're trying to figure it out and juggle different things. But for the most part, as someone in college, the three topics of conversation can really be broken down into your friends, schoolwork, and then other responsibilities on the side. Doesn't seem too interesting when you really talk about it and think about it.